Hello, everyone. Hello, Maree. Hello, Jazzy. How's everybody doing today?
Yay. Hi, Elisa. Hi, everyone. Nice to see you all. Jazzy's great. He's got a bit of a colder head today because we've dropped a bit in temperature, which is a nice
Oh,
change. So,
yeah.
yeah, I'm thinking, do I need your hat? He's going, I'm all right. So, yeah. So, no, we're all good. Everything's just cruising along. So, what about you? What's happening?
Well, as we were talking, before we went live, we were talking about how we
Mm,
are being affected by some type of energy.
mm.
I myself am feeling a sore throat and kind of like those cold, like having a cold that's coming kind of feeling. And then you told me that you were also had some things that came up for you. You want to tell us?
Yeah. Yeah, interesting. And I know it's energy, I know it's consciousness. So since I had that experience with that gold templating coming through that was activating my DNA, just it was yesterday, and my right eye I could hardly see out of it. I've been sneezing for 4 days or so, and it wasn't hay fever or anything, and my cat was sneezing. And then I read somewhere that sneezing at the moment with this consciousness is helping to clear our pineal gland. So if you've got symptoms going on, it's actually helping us to break open more and more that pineal gland. And because, of course, there's a chrism oil within there, and as it's released, it allows us to really expand our consciousness and to be much more connected into our oversoul and higher self. So if you've had some weird symptoms, guys, it's consciousness. And I was really emotional yesterday, and I'm going, oh my God, what's going on? But by the afternoon, I started to get some insights, and I went, oh, okay, this is just a shift. And yeah, and I woke up feeling fabulous. But and my right knee went a bit dicky, and when it does that, I know I'm going through a big change. But I haven't had that for about 2 years, so I knew it was a ripper. I knew there's a lot of consciousness coming in. So and I was saying to Elisa, I would love to get Jazzy to actually just show us what's going on, and maybe see how we can see it through that energy of what's coming onto the earth.
Yes, so definitely. I want to do that.
Yep. So do you want to do that now, or do you want to wait till we've gone through
No,
some
let's do
things?
that
Do it
now.
now? Okay, so I'm just going to tune into Jasper. For those of you that don't know who Jasper is, he's my beautiful skull, my clear quartz crystal skull, but he is what they call rutilated. So he actually has Jasper in him, which helps him connect deeper into source energy, into like the center of our energetic galaxy. And I didn't know that when I first got him, and he said, oh, hello, my name's Jasper. And then I found out months later that that's why he calls himself Jasper. So we're connected through a soul energy. It's not outside of me. I always go through my higher self, and then Jasper just really helps to enhance what I see or hear or feel. So I'm going to tune in now and ask Jasper just to give me a look-see as to what's going on consciously here on Earth with the energy. Oh, interesting. Okay. So straight away he draws me back, so I've got a much higher perspective. And he's showing me there's this, yes, there's some gold there and white, but there's pink coming through. So pink to me is the feminine principle. It's a beautiful activation of our hearts as well. Okay, I'm just going to, there's definitely a vortex or a, what's the word, an energy field that's going into finer, higher vibrations. So definitely he's showing it to me coming onto the earth. Oh, very angelic. So I've actually had the hit recently as well to connect much more closely into my angel guides and to other angels, and I've really felt them. Like I feel them put their wings around me if I'm feeling a bit off or a bit unsure about something. So that's something you could do, guys, as well, is just call them in and just feel their presence, and they'll talk with you as well. It's like with your higher self, they will talk with you. And he's showing me that it's this, I can feel it. It's this beautiful angelic energy. So that's what's going on, and it's just filtering through, filtering through. The other thing he's reminding me is connecting to the earth grid lines. So make sure if you can get bare feet, walk on some grass, or just walk around even with some bare feet, and have the intention of connecting into our beautiful earth Gaia's grid lines, because that will help template us as much as we help bring energy through onto the earth. So that's what he's showing. It's all, oh God, my feet are actually really tingling. You get that really almost uncomfortable. As soon as I did that and had that intention, I can really feel it. So there's
Does
some
he
little
does he
tips.
show you like any like time frame? Is it going to be, week
Uh,
or
the word I got was continuous. This is actually,
Oh,
it's
yes.
continuous. That's the first word that he came through with. And of course, it's going to change as the consciousness shifts and changes. So more and more connection comes in. And so, of course, it gets faster and faster.
So
Yeah.
how does it affect us if it's affecting you and I who are already
Mm.
at a certain level
Mm.
of awakening? How does it affect people that are not awakened?
Really good question. I'm going to ask Jasper that. Okay. They'll only let in what they can cope with. All right. So it's like when you have a choice between gifts or boxes of presents or something, and he's showing me some people will only choose the smaller one and some people will go for the bigger one, so it depends where we're at
So the
individually.
higher self is picking?
Yeah, definitely. It's a subconscious thing, and
Okay.
it's connected
Okay.
into our higher self. Absolutely. What else he's telling me? He said sometimes this is why people are leaving the earth plane, because they can't deal with that higher frequency and consciousness. So if people are passing over and leaving their physical body, it's often because they don't want that experience here with this beautiful consciousness coming in. It's just not for them. So, there are a lot of people that are leaving, as we know, and that's part of it, is that their choice is, okay, no, I'm out of here. They can't cope with it.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Yeah. Oof, I'm getting really hot now. So
Okay, very good. Thank you
lots
so
of
much,
energy coming in.
Jazzy.
Thanks,
We love
Jazzy.
you.
Yeah.
Okay, so Trixie was asking
Oh,
if it's too cold to walk barefoot because I think they're
yeah.
having a major snow
Oh,
over there. Can we just imagine doing that? And
yeah.
yeah, as far as I know, yes, you can connect straight to the center of the earth. Just
Yep.
imagine like your tree, your feet have roots like a tree,
Mm.
and imagine that connection all the way down there.
Absolutely. And even just even massaging your feet, before you go to sleep or something like that. And yeah, but it's like the sun. If you're not seeing the sun and you want to sort of sun gaze your eyes or whatever, you can actually imagine it in front of you and connect into, your intention is to connect into that energy. So yes, you can do, Trixie, definitely. You can do that. Yeah, it'd be a bit chilly walking in snow with bare feet. Even
Yeah.
around the house, if it's warm enough, you can do that too, just for a little bit.
Yep. 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 Absolutely. All right. Very good. Okay. Hello. So Soul Family, I want you to go ahead and put your 888s on the chat, and we'll see who gets a a reading today. Something that came to mind and I had forgotten about is that I should have put this on the topic of the video, but it was about there was this airplane, a private airplane that was leaving, that was going to Ohio, full of people
Yeah.
that were gonna test the waters, and everybody died. The airplane crashed and everybody died. So
Mm.
let's see what that's all about.
Yeah, I heard that too, and I was going, weird. Whoa. Okay, let's just see if we can get any insight through our
All
cards on
right,
that.
and the first one I saw was Laurie.
Oh, yeah, the Lovers card has come up. So, Elisa, I reckon this is definitely something that was planned. It was like a collusion. Um, okay, someone wants to come up. Yeah, there's something that's hidden because our King of Cups has come up. So there's definitely something that's been hidden here. They didn't want them checking the water or seeing what was going on. Definitely. Six of Pentacles. So it's like, I don't know why, but it's trying to keep a balance, because the Six of Pentacles to me is being offered something in a reality, but it's keeping the balance. So let's just see who instigated this.
Yeah.
Jeez, this is really... Okay, it was already decided upon before they'd left, because that Ten of Cups has come up. So in this scenario, it was already, no one's going out there. So there's so much mystery behind this. The High Priestess card has come up. So there's stuff that's been veiled to us. There's stuff that we're not seeing, and it's like yeah. So yeah, definitely they didn't want stuff to be seen. They don't want people to really know what's really going on. I'm going to check to see if
Okay.
it was
So
good.
yeah. Well, go
Yeah,
ahead.
to
What are
see
you getting?
where the intention came from. Was it Was it something, I guess, that the White Hats had planned, like they didn't want people there doing that, or, but I
You
don't
think the
know.
White Hats would actually cause an air
No,
impact?
it's really weird. This is where this, you know how I said there's a lot of confusion around this whole thing, the whole scenario from beginning
There is,
to end.
because there's a lot of conflicting information.
Yeah. Okay, let's just see. Yeah, I'm feeling it was, yeah, judgment. Oh my God. Okay, so this is something that's been deeply thought about, because when the Hermit comes up to me, it's about really, it's been planned, but they've gone into, and then the Judgment cards come up. So again, it's not telling me if it's the good or the bad guys. It's something that they didn't want found out, because the Eight of Cups has come up. When Judgment comes up, it's showing that something's going to be exposed, but the Eight of Cups is walking away from the scenario. I'm actually not getting if it was fully one or the other. Oh, the Hierophant's come up. So no, that was a black hat.
Black Hat.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay, so that to me means that there is something in the water, and that there is something bad, obviously.
Yeah. But not as bad, because I think sometimes I really do think that the White Hats could have stopped that, but maybe they're going, we don't want people knowing exactly what's going on either, because it's just so, the confusion is so big around all of this. But yeah, it's weird. Yeah, no, that was more Black Hat tainted.
Yeah, of course,
Yeah.
of course.
Yeah.
But my question is, if the Black Hats didn't want the waters to be tested, it's because there's something in the water.
Yeah, there's definitely something in the water. I think the cards last time they came up, and they actually were saying that it wasn't as bad as what people maybe thought it was.
Yes.
So it had been contained to a point, or changed to a point. Yeah, there's still some grief, and look, it's around water. This is obviously our Cups card, which is around water, and there is some grief, but the two in the background always tells me that there's something that's gone on, it's not as bad as it could have been. Four of Swords, so much hidden. There's so much mystery in here, and will we ever get to know what it was all about? Maybe. But yeah, so, and then the Two of Wands has come up. So this to me is finding a solution that's balanced within it. So like I said, it's finding that fine line between what the Black Hats were going to do, compared to how the White Hats actually managed to mitigate it to a point, but still people saw what the plan was. I mean, because, you think about it, they want everyone in smart cities, right? So what do? They take out the farming land. They push people. This is what all the floods were about here, down in Lismore and all that area. They want to push people into these smart cities.
Okay. All right. All right. So,
Right.
okay. So let's go with Laurie.
Laurie. Hi, Laurie.
Laurie gets a reading today. Thank you, Laurie.
Okay, so Laurie, as usual, I'm just going to tune in through my higher self, through my divine wisdom, and then into your higher self and your divine wisdom, and just see what messages come through for you that might help you at the moment with anything that's going on. Okay, let's pull the cards and see if we can get a bit of a story with that, because I see things. They show me like images of maybe what's going on for you. Okay. Yeah, it's interesting. Interesting, because we've got our Page of Pentacles, and it's like I could actually see you. It's like you were standing on clouds. It's like you've been lifted above something to actually perceive something. And when the Page of Pentacles comes up, it means something new is coming through for you. So yeah, so Nine of Wands. So you could have been going through a bit of a struggle to this point, but to me, it's like you've been lifted above it to be able to dream a little bit differently and bigger. Yeah, Eight of Cups. You're definitely leaving a situation, Laurie, that whether it's emotional, whether it's just a way you're looking at things, because that Eight of Cups tells me you're walking away to something new, and that's what that Page of Pentacles was saying as well. So yeah, so you don't have to make any decisions at the moment. That Two of Swords is often about making decisions or choices, and you don't have to, because just stay in that space where you're daydreaming and you're envisioning, because that's how we create, is through that space. Queen of Cups, she's a contemplator. So it's contemplating your emotions. How do things make you feel? Is there any grief there you need to release, to be able to then move into this new part of your life? Yeah, seven of Pentacles. It's just confirming that for me. The Seven of Pentacles is about planting your seeds. So stay in that space of just daydreaming and just don't feel pushed to make a decision with anything at the moment. Nine of Pentacles. I love it. This is abundance. This is uniqueness. This is creating and manifesting. So just wait until you really get that strong knowing. But daydream. Keep daydreaming and keep feeling into what it is you want. Yeah, those clouds. That's why it showed me the clouds. It's like it's okay to be up in the clouds and
Yes,
thinking, feeling.
that's what you want, right? You want to be creating the reality from the dream state, from what you want, what you want to be in. So
And
yeah,
there's a lot of cups cards in there too. So it's about how do you feel? How would you feel when that's with you?
yeah,
yes,
absolutely. Yeah, she's saying I have been on a manifestation high lately. So fantastic.
Perfect. That's just confirming that, yes, just daydream, imagine. I'll go for a walk along the beach and I go, oh, yeah, I could live in that place. That's beautiful. Or no, I wouldn't like to live there. And I feel it. So, and then you just let it go. But that's, yeah. So keep having fun and playing, Laurie.
Yes. Thank you, Maree. Thank you so much. And thank you, Laurie, for the feedback.
Yes,
All
it's
right.
nice to get the feedback.
So this is, of course, Dennis having his first question. It is, there are tanker cars parked in the heartlands of the U.S. The farmers are asking, what is in there? No answers from anyone. Is this going to be another accident they tried to make happen? So yeah, they're finding these cars, these on the again, they're I thought they were not they were actually trains that like train cars that are like there, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, because he says tanker cars, so I wonder if that's what Dennis is actually alluding to.
Yeah.
Well, let's just see if that's actually true, if they've been put there deliberately. Like, let's just see. That one wants to come up. Yeah, they have, because we've got our Three of Pentacles, so there's definitely been a contract, or there's been something discussed and decided, a plan. So yeah, this was planned.
Okay,
definitely.
And is it going to yield good results or bad results?
Again, it's a part of this big world playbook that we're seeing going on. So again, and that usually to me says that this is what the Black Cats would have wanted and done, but how is it going to be managed? So it's showing people again, it's showing people what it would have been like. So we've got our Nine of Wands here, which means, man, you should have seen what they were going to do.
Yeah, part of the movie.
Yeah. So Five of Wands. Again, it's creating some chaos but change at the same time. So that's an action card. So this, again, exactly the same feeling that I get when we've asked these questions. Yeah, to create heartbreak, wake people up. Look, this is what they were planning. This is what they were going to do. And, the whole area could have been destroyed with it. So something new is going to come from it. So to me, it's like, I don't feel that this is going to be a big deal like some of the other train crashes and things that have happened, but it's making people ask questions. Look, the moon.
Exactly. That's exactly it.
Yeah. Because the moon, to me, something's not where it is supposed to be. There's something out of place. There's something wrong. Again, it's really coming back to that same way. And I don't know what their intentions were, whether it was like, to create some issues or whatever, but I'm getting that it's being managed by the white hats. So it's whatever happens, they're turning it to something that they can use.
Okay, so I know I saw here that Trigel mentioned that what you said about the Ohio thing, that it matches exactly what Tarot by Janine was saying. And
okay. I haven't watched her.
So no, because she has her own channel, her own website. It's in her website, and I know you don't look at that stuff. But I did want to mention that it's not the first time that Maree has. I can tell you that Maree's readings have matched exactly what Janine has read before, and it's because Maree is extremely psychic and very connected. So I do trust you completely and wholeheartedly. So I just felt like I needed to say that because
thanks,
you're,
Elisa.
yeah.
And I mean, I'll always tell people though, you don't take my word for anything or the card's words for anything. Go inside and really tune in as to how you're feeling. That's your gut feeling about, oh yeah, that resonates, or oh, actually that doesn't quite resonate. So, you know, but yeah. So, and all the time I'm just trying to connect into how do I feel when these cards come up. So it's not just reading the card, it's the feeling that comes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mm.
Absolutely. Okay. Good question by Maple Tree. Are some ET races not psychic and spiritual? Then how do they communicate by technology?
Okay,
So I don't know what the cards can tell us about that, but
well, I mean,
mm-hmm.
Let's check to see if that's true. If some ET races are not psychic and spiritual,
Correct.
Let's just see if that's actually a truth.
Yes.
So yeah, that one. Okay, that one. Yes, everyone. I feel every race has some ability to connect spiritually. If they've got a soul, then they have. Okay, so that's why that Knight of Cups is coming through. It's showing us that on an emotional level, they all do, and so is the Six of Pentacles. So this is, everything has to have its balance to start with. What they choose to do with that then is their choice, but they get offered that. So yeah, so then whatever they choose to do is up to them. So Nine of Pentacles, we're all unique. So what we do with that, how we work with that, is up to us. So I'd say they all have an option to have that ability. And by connecting with technology, yeah, well, I mean, gosh, we don't even know some of the technology that's around, do we? And how it works. You know, there's different technology that we've never seen, heard of, could even begin to imagine. So we can ask though if they have got a lower connection or lower vibration or less connectivity, can they still use some sort of technology to communicate?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let's just see if that's a possibility for them. Oh my God, same card. So Knight of Cups. So yes, but it's probably at a lower level. They've got choices. Yeah. So we've got our Eight of Swords, and to me, this is, even if they're not as connected and they're sort of closed off to things. Let's just see what the next card brings up. They can still use technology because that King of Wands has come up, and that's an action card. So there is some technology that maybe, you know, they can still use that we don't know about. And maybe they can tap into our AI system here.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
All right, the next question. Are we going to continue seeing earthquakes and other upheaval?
Yeah, Teresa, that's a great question, because I think it was about a year ago. Remember, I said to you there's going to be a lot of earthquakes and a lot of upheaval, but it's going to be sporadic. It's going to be in different areas. And yeah, that I remember that from a year ago. I remember thinking, oh, wow, okay. But definitely it was at different places, different times. And that's exactly, it's worldwide, but it's going off at different times. Yeah. So that was already, the Ten of Cups to me is something that's completed. So it's already been known that there's going to be a lot of earthquakes and upheaval going on. So that one wants to come out. Yeah. Nine of Pentacles, I was getting the feeling and the thought, even as I was then tuning into this next card, that it will settle down. Okay, once we've had our Tower moments and everything's come out, I feel the Nine of Pentacles will settle down once the truths come out. So because this is our beautiful manifestation unique card. So it's, yeah, Queen of Wands, and that's just confirming that for me, because she's to me is someone very, very steadfast, lots of integrity. So yeah, I feel my intuition is right around this one. Once the truth comes out, things will definitely be changed up. So, but yeah, at the moment, yeah, they're going to continue.
Okay, very good. Okay, next question. Speaking of railroads, are all the train issues a precursor to remove the railroads and bring in another mode of transportation like Nikola Tesla technologies?
Wow. Oh, that's thinking ahead, Trixie. Let's just see. if that's part of the equation. Okay. Oh, yeah. One. Eight of Cups has come up. So at some stage, they could be walking away from using something like as mechanical as train tracks. So that's really interesting, isn't it? Six of Swords. This is always moving into new ideas, new ways of doing things so that we move into a much better way of being. And it doesn't mean it's going to happen next week. This could take time. Yeah, because Three of Swords has come up because, you know, there's going to be so much change that's happening that they have to do things in a way that's not going to really, I guess, damage people, you know. Yeah, Knight of Pentacles. It'll come in slowly, but it'll come in from a very good place. So, yeah, good question.
Okay.
So I think there'll be lots of change around, and it might take years. It might take years for it to all be put in place and implemented and structures set up.
Yeah.
So they'll do our basics first. So the energy side of it will come first, is my feeling.
Okay, very good. Alrighty. Is it true that drinking 2 cups of cacao, 70% or higher, twice a day creates more stem cells?
Wow, I've not heard of that, Ruth. Let's just see if our cards can give us some insight into that. Straight away, I'm getting the message, it depends, everyone's unique. So it depends on the person, but let's just see. Let's just see if it's actually helpful for people for that. Here, you want to come out? Yeah, so we've got our Page of Pentacles. So to me, this is never something big. It can be something new, but it's usually smaller. So maybe, like I said, for some people, this could help. But, yeah, so Four of Wands has come up. So it can create a better place for people to be in if they maybe need that sort of immune system enhancement. Knight of Cups, again, it's bringing a choice to people with how they feel emotionally. If people go, oh, wow, this is going to really help me, then that in itself is actually going to work too. Yeah, Six of Pentacles. So people will go, yep, this is going to help me, and then it'll create more balance for them.
Okay.
So, but not for everybody. I really feel this is just for some people. So if your intuition is telling you to do that, go for it. By the looks of things, there's no danger cards in there.
Okay, very good. So I don't see any other questions. I will ask you another question that I have. When I don't know if everybody knows about the EE system that Dr. Michael created. Jason Shurka, talks about it in his channel. I had been to a 12 system and nothing really happened. So I was like, I really don't believe in it. And then I was invited to go to something in another place that had the 24 system. Mm-hmm. And what I experienced was really amazing. Mm-hmm. I could feel it healing my knee. And I left on a high. I mean, it was 3 hours in there. And I was just like, wait a minute, there's a difference between the 12 and the 24. So I want to ask the cards, was the system actually healing me at the time?
Let's see. Because I remember when I went in and had a session, I was really lucky enough. My friend happened to book and 4 of us could go in. And I could feel time. I knew there was a shift in time. So it was like there was definitely a time aspect of it. I felt like I was like in a deep meditation.
Yes.
And there was just time. I don't know what you felt, but yeah, so that was what I experienced, and a lot of light. I could feel the vibration of it. But
you can feel the vibration for sure.
So let's just see for you if this has actually helped to work, on your physical level as well. Yeah, so we've got our 3 of Pentacles. So yes, that's a part of the whole plan of it, is to work on a physical level. My understanding, my understanding is that our etheric gets shifted, and that then goes through and helps work on the physical. And that's what the Empress card is. It's about creating a beautiful reality, but it's divine. So to me, it's definitely working on our etheric, which then works through on the physical. Page of Wands. So this is really just a beginning. This is just a step in action that people can take to help themselves physically. Okay, so yeah, it did actually shift physically for you. a small amount. So
Yeah.
you'd probably need a few more sessions. Yeah, it did. Positive cards, really positive cards.
Okay, so it does work.
Yeah.
I mean, or at least the cards are saying it did work. Yeah. Okay,
Definitely.
well, I felt it. I definitely felt it. I didn't feel it for the 12, but I definitely felt it for the 24, for sure. So when the RV happens and all of our abundance comes, I'm planning on putting one in my room, in my bedroom.
Yeah, brilliant. I know. So, or maybe there'll be something more down the track as well, where it'll be in a smaller, aspect as well. So who knows?
Yeah. Yep.
Oh,
So Teresa says, "Hey Maree, we're going to manifest Ricardo Bossi and Donald Trump on the same team, so we're stealing Ricardo."
That's so funny, Teresa. But honestly, I feel there's going to be a lot of collaboration anyway between these sort of people that are stepping up and being leaders and speaking the truth and taking action. So I feel there's going to be a lot of collaboration. So we won't need to sort of separate. You won't need to take him. He'll be on the same team anyway. You're not Nick and Ricardo.
Exactly. All right. So the next question. I heard that Trump is not the real Trump. True or false?
Okay, so we'll ask if the real Trump is still around and doing his thing. That's probably a good way to put the question. Oh, yeah. Okay, so you want to come up. So, yeah. So we've got our Knight of Pentacles. So there's, to me, it's stable. It's what we're seeing is what we're getting. Though the Eight of Cups, I feel in some scenarios, it's not, there's a double. So that Eight of Cups is saying that he walks away from some situations. He's not in those situations. Ace of Cups. And that's just telling me that, yes, there's definitely some times where he's where he's meant to be and it's not where people think he is. So that is definitely telling me that there's probably more than one of him, but he's still around. Yeah. Knight of Wands. So there is a bit of confusion as to where he is and where he isn't. And that could be a safety thing as well, because to me, the Knight of Wands is taking action and sort of going against what you'd think. So
yeah, for sure. Yeah. Okay, very good. Thank you. All right, Teresa, Tesla Medbed, beneficial or not?
Is this one that's already out?
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't heard of Tesla Medbed. Interesting. So beneficial or not?
Yeah, if this is the Medbeds that they're saying they got the blueprints from, like Tesla had, what, I don't know if this is just a brand that people have used to sell Medbeds, because there's some out there that are not.
Right.
So
well,
I'm just.
To me, this is very clear. It is not a Medbed if you have to pay for it. Yeah. A Medbed is going to be provided to us for free, to humanity, by the military, and it's for free. Anything else is not the real Medbeds.
Yeah. So I'm going to actually say that this Tesla Medbed that you're talking about, Teresa, is actually like a brand that someone's used. It's maybe not the true Tesla technology. And the card that came up is our Five of Swords. So to me, there is some confusion. There is a bit of fighting going on with the story. So to me, with that intention that I had Wheel of Fortune, but this will change. Okay, they just won't even be around once the true technology comes through to us all. Yeah, Six of Swords, because we're going to be definitely heading into a better place with the true Medbeds that come out, the true technology. So
it sounds like it might not be beneficial, right? We're saying it's not necessary.
Yeah, they're not like the true Medbeds that we've heard have an amazing ability to help us to heal. But again, I always say this, guys, really important to go in and actually remember our body has the most amazing healing abilities. It's how we connect with it, treat it, talk to it, and then allow it for the magic to happen as well. So it's up to us to go in and learn all this stuff first. Otherwise, it's taking away an opportunity.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, Adrienne, is the sky we see right now actually a hologram? If so, what does it really look like up there?
Wow. Well, that's a big question.
It'll be interesting because I saw it as a hologram. So I'm interested to see what the cards are going to say.
Okay. Let's see. Oh, that one. wants to come out. You're hot. Well, it could be because we've got our temperance card. Now, to me, temperance is always about having patience around what's right and what's truthful, but it's also about changing something up. So it's about seeing something differently, moving into a different space. So, oh yeah, and that one wants to come up. Yes. So we've got our Four of Swords. So there is really deep mystery around this. And so I'm sort of feeling that, yeah, that it could be a hologram. So see that Two of Wands has come up because it's kept a balance around the whole world. Or it's trying to find, it's found that balance. I mean, they say that we're holograms as well. When you look at us, we feel ourselves in this reality. But
We are.
we're holographic. So, yeah, so there's going to be a lot of things revealed. That Five of Pentacles has come up because we've been left out in the cold about a lot of stuff. So, but the 5 means change. So I really know, I just feel, Adrienne, in time that we are going to get more truth around what this place is.
Hey, I've seen it. I've told you guys the truth. I told you. I saw it. When I did the magic mushroom, the golden teacher, I saw it. I saw my skin as a hologram. I saw the sky as a hologram. There is a reason why mushrooms are shown in the windows of churches that are thousands of years old. There's a reason why mushrooms are in sculptures of Indian temples. There's a reason the mushroom is everywhere. This is how they tell us. This is the information is there. And I'm telling you, everything's a hologram. This is just a video game for us to grow our soul.
Yeah. And Elisa, that was amazing. I'd never seen that before. And when you brought those photos in that session we did, I was like, oh my gosh, this makes so much sense. And why have they tried to suppress, the healing aspects of the mushroom, the cybercillium, all of that? Cybercillium, is that how you say it?
Psilocybin.
That's the one. Thank you.
Yeah.
I mean, because I'm on a group here. One of my friends is really big into it. And they just keep suppressing it and not allowing it to be
Big time.
used.
That's why it's illegal.
I know,
When
'cause it
something
actually
is illegal,
works.
pay attention.
That's it. Yep.
So,
funny.
yeah. All right. Oh, and she says, if so, what does it really look like up there? I mean, I'm not telling you to do mushrooms, but I'm telling you, if you do mushrooms, you will see what it looks like. It's little pixels. You see like little red, green pixels like everywhere.
And look at that. The Ten of Pentacles just came up. So there's lots of different aspects to it. So, yeah. So,
Yeah.
And it just depends on what we're meant to know.
Yeah. And make sure that you are putting in the right intention. So anybody that's thinking of doing mushrooms, be very clear what you want this experience to be. What are you looking for? What do you want to learn? And then you will receive that message. Just make sure there is no fear when you go in it. Please, 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 please do not do it if you have any fear, because your trip will be based on that. So be trusting and just trust and go with the flow. Surrender. That's it. Surrender.
And that's why the Hermit cards come up. Go inside, surrender to the to what it is you're meant to know. And the Ace of Swords then came up, just confirming what you were saying. Beautiful.
Yeah. All right. Next, Harmonic Egg. So what about the Harmonic Egg? Does it heal?
Does it heal? I don't know much about the Harmonic Egg, actually, Dennis, but let's just see if the cards can tell us anything about it. Do you know much about it, Elisa?
Yeah, I went to one. Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, I even did a video with the lady that created it.
Wow. And how did it feel for you?
I didn't feel anything. I fell asleep inside.
Okay, so it might have been doing something on a subconscious level for you, but let's just see if the Harmonic Egg has any real benefits for people, I guess. Wow, because the Tower cards come up. So I guess for some people, it may actually help really shift and change something up. Again, we're all so individual and we're at such different places within our journey that it just depends on the person. The moon cards come up. So this to me is saying that it can really help shift something maybe out of the psyche, because so those two cards together are pretty big. So, but again, it just depends on the person. I always say this, yeah. So eight of swords, if we've really shut down and if we've maybe had a lot covered from us, it can actually trigger something to awaken.
Oh, wow.
So for you, yeah, and bring us into a better place. So it depends on the person, always, very individual. So for some people like you, it might have been just having a sleep and maybe something got tickled in the subconscious, but for others, it can really help to shift something. There you go. That's what the cards are saying, Dennis, and I don't know anything about them. So
Yeah.
just reading
Okay.
what comes up. Yeah.
All right. Very good. Our next question from Maple Tree. Is this Earth an experimental Earth? Is that question too big for the cards? Too general for the cards?
No. Can I tell you an experience I had? Because I'm going to say yes to that, because I did the toad medicine. Unbelievable. And when I came out of it, I knew my higher self was talking through me. This is all just a big experiment. It was just, and I knew it was right with what I was seeing and feeling. It was like, this is just an experiment. And it is. It's an experiment for all of us. It's totally an experiment. So I'll ask the cards, but that was my truth when I experienced, probably similar to mushrooms, but probably 100 times bigger. And it was just, that was what I was told. So yeah, let's have a look and see what the cards say. Yeah, wow, that one's hot. Okay, you can come out. Yes, 9 of Cups. So this was the wish and the desire. How does this work if we give people free will, which really isn't, because at the end of the day we need to follow our guidance, our God self. What happens? So it's and duality. What happens? So this was actually the desire. So strategy. We've got our 7 of Swords. So there was definitely a strategy in place to leave enough room to move, to not know what the outcome would be, or to so that there could be multiple outcomes, different timelines. 4 of Pentacles. So it was a space that was set up. It was a foundation that was set up over time. So yeah, experiment. Yeah, contracts. We all make contracts to come into the experiment. And what do we do here? We experience. So depending what we decide and choose and whatever, we get to experience something. And so yeah, I would say yes.
Okay, very good. Thank you. All right, Trijo wants to know if there's been some manipulation with the weather. 80 degrees Fahrenheit in North Carolina today with frigid temps just north of. I agree.
Okay, let's just see if there is still manipulation.
Something I don't understand. Being told over and over, everything, the White Hats are in control. They're showing, they're just showing us what it could have been to make us wake up or whatever. But then all these bad weather things are happening. So are they really in charge of everything? Or is the weather part of something that they can't really haven't taken over? I don't know.
It's a good question. I mean, because what's been coming through is that they were black hat plans or wannabes, and the White Hats have been like, bringing everything back in as much as they can to still show people what would have happened. So let's just check in to see if it's being manipulated to start with. King of Wands. So to me, yeah, this is someone that's in control. It's a good control, even though it might not seem like it. It's still showing Judgment. They're trying to wake people up. They're trying to bring up an awareness, and people asking questions like, how can we have 80 degrees and it's not even, spring or whatever? It's, what do people talk about? Money, weather, religion? These are the mainstream peoples. Yeah, it's so that they can create this new world. So people, people have got to ask questions, but then we'll step into something that's new. I really feel that that's all going to settle down again, like I said, once we've had the truth sort of come out in whatever tower moment we're going to go through.
Okay. All right. Okay.
I did hear something about, is it true? Was it snowing in Los Angeles or something ridiculous? Can anyone verify that, if you know people that live there, or was there snow somewhere around that area? Because I don't know where I saw that. I went, oh, okay, that's a bit weird, but I'd love to know if it was true or not.
Oh, it's big time. Big
Yeah.
time weird. Hold on. Okay. Okay, here we go. Teresa, did President Trump fly in the real Air Force One to visit Ohio? I did see some videos on that. We can look and see if it's real.
Yeah. Or was it his own private plane? Let's just see. So I'll ask first, was it the real Air Force that he flew on? That was it's meant to be the president's plane. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know that it was, because the Four of Swords has come up. So I feel that he's still trying to keep it secret. Like, doing that would be like, hey, I'm actually the president. So he's trying to keep balance. So that Two of Wands is telling me that it's trying to keep things balanced. So no, I feel it was maybe something else, because that Page of Wands, it was something smaller. It was something that wasn't, it would have been a massive deal if he had gone on real Air Force One. So, yeah.
So did he go? Or was it just a movie?
Let's have a look and see.
Or maybe he went on his private, like you said, maybe he went on
private
private airplane and not the Air Force One.
He went because he wanted to create a massive conniption. I mean, the real president doesn't turn up, instead goes over to Ukraine, and Donald Trump turns up at this place. Yeah, man, that's a tower moment in itself.
Okay, so he did go, but just not in Air
go.
Force One.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
Yeah,
okay.
Definitely. This is actually, these cards are so fascinating, because we've got that. That's what he did, is actually that. It's creating a lot of chaos in people's minds, that Five of Swords. It's changing people's minds about if they like who they're saying is the real president at the moment. Transformation. This is actually, to me, the beginning of something that's going to be transforming. So it was a big deal, I think, him going there from those cards.
Okay. Okay, next question. There have been a lot of fires in Tennessee. Most recent, a uranium fire. It was part of the Manhattan Project.
There's been a lot of fires in Tennessee. Okay. A uranium fire. Okay.
So it was part of the Manhattan Project, yes?
What's the Manhattan Project?
I don't know.
Let's just see, first of all, if it was a uranium fire. If it really was a uranium fire. I'm not sure that it was actually a uranium fire, because the Four of Cups has come up. So it's something that we're being offered that's a bit hard to swallow, or, not really being accepted. So no, there's another story around all of this. So the Three of Pentacles, again, is just creating a actual a scenario, some sort of scenario. So the Hermit. So this is, there's a wiser aspect to this coming through. It's not what it seems from those cards. So it's another sort of story. And I'm not quite sure what the Manhattan Project is. So Dennis, if you've got anything more on that.
So is the question that this fire was part of the Manhattan Project?
Okay, we can ask that. Yeah.
Uranium mine.
Okay, uranium mine.
So
wow.
Yeah.
Five of Swords and our Death cards. So transformation. So there was a reason why it happened, but it was to change something up. So there's something bigger, I feel, behind it. Yeah, King of Pentacles, but it's all under control. It was definitely to change something up. around the actual, whether it was the mine or whether it was what was going on there. Yeah. So, and it was done with higher intentions, or the action that was taken was done from a very good place, I suppose. So there was a reason for it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So yeah, whatever that, and I don't know what the Manhattan Project is.
Yeah, me either.
Yeah. So
yeah. All right. This question is interesting because, as far as I know and believe, they're not sending millions to Ukraine. That's what they're telling us, but I don't think that's true. I think they're doing that to wake people up, so people will stand up and say enough is enough.
Yeah.
So are there is the US sending millions of dollars to Ukraine?
Yeah, and the other thing is as well, how interesting they're not sending a cent to the poor people at home with everything that's going on. And yet they're making it really obvious that they're trying to send this money over there. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Let's have a look and see. I mean, the storytelling's quite interesting. I mean, originally, this is how they got their money, wasn't it? The deep state was they would send it to a country and then actually get it back to themselves. So it was, like money laundering.
Yeah.
So let's just see if they're actually sending that sort of money to the Ukraine. Is that the truth? Is that something that they're actually... No, smoke and mirrors. We've got our magician card.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Smoke and mirrors, and then the 9 of Wands. It's just making, they've been doing this to us forever. So now they're just saying it's happening, but there's no way, because and it wouldn't even end up there if this was the true deep state. It would be coming back. Queen of Pentacles. So this has been looked at, contemplated, because the Pentacles, again, can be money. They've really looked at how do we really peeve people off. Yeah. So, yeah, and a lot of people are worried about it because that's our 9 of Swords card, which is the worry card. But they don't have to, because it's smoke and mirrors.
Yeah. I mean, again, everything is always with the cards saying that the white hats are in control. So if you see a story, it's probably going to be the movie, right? Playing out for the awakening ones to awaken. So,
that one. Oh, yeah, that one just flew out. We've got our Ace of Pentacles. So, yes. So the money's it's all under control. The money's actually where it's meant to be. It's not, yeah. So how funny.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And it's really interesting because if I hear something or something comes through, I just know by my gut reaction and my emotional reaction as to whether it's truth or not. So, because from Australia, we're meant to be sending millions and millions of dollars as well. And I'm just going, yeah, because I don't think we are.
Oh, to Ukraine also? They're telling you the same story?
Completely.
Oh, my God.
Oh, yeah. Australia's sending millions. And they are saying that they're sending, is it tanks or something as well? There's some other stuff they've sent, and I'm just going, well, I'm not feeling anything with that. So I just ignore it. Oh, yeah. So the Queen of Swords has just popped out as well. And so she's someone that's very direct, but she's not telling the full story. So, yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. Okay. I don't know if I understand this question. Archaics, which I imagine is somebody, I don't know who that is, talked about that. I have a question. Someone in his video says, this reality by AIX. Who built the AIX?
So is the AIX the artificial intelligence?
Something. Artificial
like
intelligence, something. Yeah.
Okay. So let's just see. Well, I always say that our creator, my source, God's source, created everything. And that's, I don't know, that's what I always just go back to. But
yeah.
So it's a bit let's just see if we can get anything from the cards at all.
Yeah.
So, wow, we've got our 8 of Wands. And so this has been something that's created quite quickly. There's still a lot of mystery around it because we've got our 4 of Swords. So it's like it was created and planned, obviously. Action was taken, but it's still very much a mystery. Page of Wands. So I'm feeling that this AIX is just a small part of it, because that, again, it's an action card, our wand. So it's just a small part of the bigger picture. So yeah.
So
it's an aspect of it, but it's not the whole creator scenario. I don't know, and I'm not sure. Well, I would always just say that creator built the AIX if that's, part of it. That's a tricky question.
Yeah, I'm with you there.
Sorry, Maple Tree, that wasn't really probably helpful. But
all right, Ruth is asking, will mushrooms be part of cleaning up the chemicals in nature?
How fascinating. Wow. Well, we've got our 9 of Wands because we know that nature's been pretty much bashed and smashed, hasn't it? Deliberately. So, and lots of poisons and things. And then we've got our 7 of Wands. So there was a lot of action taken to create that. And then we've got our 10 of Cups. So, yeah, there will be some involvement with the mushrooms. Now, remember as well, you guys might remember I said a couple of shows ago, hemp, like the hemp plant can clean up land in one crop. You burn that, takes all the toxins out of the land. It's brilliant. So there's many ways that we can clean up chemicals in nature. Plus, I'm really intrigued to see if they have some sort of technology or something else that can help with that. So whether it's a vibrational or sound or something that can actually help with cleaning up chemicals.
Okay. All right, let's see what's up with the moon on Monday from Maree. Sorry, Maree. On Monday, the moon went down at 6 p.m.
Okay. Does it not? Because it depends on the cycle as to what time of the day it actually comes up. But if that's not normal where you're living, let's have a look and see what our cards can tell us.
The moon went down at 6 p.m. Interesting.
Yeah. Wow. Was it a new moon? Because the full cards come up. Maree, can you give us a little bit more information around it? Like, do you know what stage of the phase of the moon it was in? And yeah, that might actually help. So I'm wondering if it was a new moon. So yeah, so it's created a bit of stress and worry. I can see that. that 9 of Swords has come up, but that also tells me you don't have to worry. But maybe there's something new going on. King of Cups, there's definitely something going on because this to me is the fellow that hides things. So there's something a little bit hidden with that. Wow. So yeah, it'd be really interesting to know what phase of the moon it was. Because the 10 of Wands has come up, so I'm wondering if it was sort of heading into
the new moon should have come up then.
Yeah, so the new moon. That's why the Fool card came up because, but the new moon, you can't see it. Remember, usually the new moon, it's just dark. It's completely covered. So, but there was something going on for that King of Cups to come up. So it was hidden. Maybe it's saying that the moon, because it was new, it's cloaked. It was hidden. I don't know. Yeah.
I don't know.
So that's intriguing.
All right.
I know there's some weird stuff going on.
I'll see if I can find the last question. And of course, it's by Dennis. But it was so funny that I think that would be a good way to.
Was it?
I'm just question.
I've just said it was. It does. Yeah, I just saw that. It just jumped out at me, and this is what happens. I don't read the comments, but when something jumps out, does Jasper giggle when you polish his head? You know what he's saying? Depends how good she is at polishing it. Oh, you're a funny boy. So yeah,
I love it.
He giggles at lots of stuff. He giggles when he won't give me a full answer, and I have to go in and do some, searching for it as well. He just sits there and giggles at me like getting nothing. So yeah, but there you go. So yeah, it depends how good I am at polishing his head.
Oh, that's too funny. I love it. All right, well, guys, we are good. We are pretty much done for today. I love this question, Joel, about Mary Magdalene. So please bring it next time. Actually, maybe I'll title the next one from royalty, or Cleopatra's sister. Okay, very cool. Okay, So everybody, thank you so much. Reminder, stay high vibing. Stay on your high vibration. Stay on your dream world. Imagine that the new world is already here. Whatever you can do to concentrate and keep your attention on the good things, not the bad things that are happening. Notice the little things that are happening that are good and start just concentrating on the good things. Forget the bad things. They can go on the other side. Stay concentrated on the good stuff. All right. Maree, do you have anything else?
Yep. No, that's true. It's so true. And especially at the moment. But if you do have emotions coming up, just let them out. Just own it, trust it. And then, once you're settled, because often just letting that emotion out can bring through a little bit more clarity and peace. And then you can just have going back into that gratitude attitude that Elise is talking about as well. So
Yes.
yeah, but yeah, if anyone wants to have a reading or a healing, just jump onto my website and we can change the timing if it doesn't suit you what you book. So
Okay, wonderful.
So lovely to hang out with you all. It's just
Yes.
beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. We greatly appreciate you being here and we love you so much. So we will see you next Monday. Have a wonderful weekend, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye.